Jedidiah Jed Duggar and his wife, Katey Duggar, are once again in the spotlight as they continue to embrace the growing Duggar family tradition quite literally. After already achieving what many are calling a crazy or insane milestone in terms of family growth, the young couple has shared their intention to keep expanding their household. This declaration has sparked fresh curiosity and conversation among fans of the former Counting on Stars, who have long followed the Duggar family's generational trend of large families, traditional values, and open discussions around parenting. Jed and Katey Duggar have only been married since April 2021, but within just a few years of tying the knot, they've already welcomed multiple children, signaling that they are not slowing down anytime soon. With 2 children born in quick succession, first a son, Truett, and then a daughter, Nora, what stood out is the pace and consistency with which the couple has approached building their family. Observers and fans have pointed out that the timeline between the couple's marriage and the birth of their children sets them apart even among other Duggars. Though the Duggar family is well known for rapid family expansion, Jed and Katey's pace is being seen as notable even by Duggar standards. As of mid-2025, they've welcomed 2 children in just over 2 years and appear to be planning for more in the near future. While the term insane is being used somewhat humorously among Duggar followers, it reflects a broader amazement at how quickly Jed and Katey are growing their family. Online forums, social media, and fan communities have repeatedly highlighted the Duggars' tendency toward early and frequent childbirth, but Jed and Katey's rapid pace has become a standout example. Not only did they have 2 babies in rapid succession, but both pregnancies were announced and celebrated in grand family fashion, complete with social media posts, videos, and coordinated gender reveal events. What adds to the perceived record-setting is not just the number of children, but how seamlessly the couple seems to have managed parenthood at a young age and under ongoing public attention. Despite already surpassing what many young couples might consider a busy home life, Jed and Katey have been open in expressing that they are not done having children. In various public interviews, online posts, and family updates, the couple has stated their joy in parenting and their belief that children are blessings from God. According to those familiar with the couple's statements, they have indicated they're leaving their family size up to God, a phrase long associated with the Duggars' approach to family planning. The statement implies that they do not use birth control and are open to having as many children as nature and divine will allow. This belief system was also held by Jed's parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who famously raised 19 children. The young couple seems to share a similar philosophy, and fans of the family interpret this as a clear signal that Jed and Katey are aiming for a much larger household in the long run. Some speculate that the couple could eventually rival or even surpass Jim Bob and Michelle in terms of total children, especially if they continue at their current rate. Raising children in the public eye comes with its own unique challenges, but Jed and Katey have taken a relatively low-key yet steady approach to sharing their parenting journey. Their social media channels provide occasional glimpses into their daily life, parenting routines, family values, and celebrations. While they are not as front and center as some of their siblings, Jed and Katey still maintain a consistent presence in the extended Duggar media landscape. Their content focuses on wholesome family moments, travel, birthday milestones, home renovations, and spiritual reflections, all reflecting their faith-based lifestyle and traditional parenting roles. Jed often shares posts that highlight his appreciation for Katey's role as a mother and homemaker, while Katey shares insights into daily routines, discipline methods, and values being instilled in their children. The couple has also addressed parenting challenges with humility, acknowledging that while their journey is rewarding, it is not without its tough moments. Jed Duggar grew up as part of one of the most famous large families in modern American reality TV history, with 19 children. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar became household names through TLC's 19 Kids and Counting On. A central part of the show's appeal was the family's focus on traditional Christian values, frugal living, and homeschooling. Now, the next generation, including Jed and his siblings, is forging their own paths, with varying degrees of adherence to their upbringing. Jed appears to be among those continuing the legacy most directly. His statements and lifestyle closely mirror his parents' values: faith-led decision-making, traditional gender roles, and a strong pro-life stance. By actively pursuing a large family and framing it as a blessing, Jed and Katey are reinforcing these beliefs to their followers, continuing a pattern that began decades ago with Jim, Bob, and Michelle. As expected, the couple's growing family has drawn support from the Duggar family circle. Various siblings and in-laws have publicly congratulated Jed and Katey on their family milestones. Comments from sisters like Jessa, Jill, and Joy-Anna, as well as older brothers like Josh and John David, have offered congratulations and encouragement. Michelle Duggar, known for her ever-present smile and soft-spoken wisdom, has reportedly expressed admiration for how quickly Jed and Katey have taken to parenthood. Though not always seen publicly with every new baby arrival, Michelle and Jim Bob continue to support their children's expanding families through behind-the-scenes guidance and grandparent involvement. Despite the overwhelming support within the family and from a subset of fans, not everyone is equally enthusiastic. Critics of the Duggar lifestyle have expressed concerns about the physical, emotional, and financial implications of having many children, especially at a young age. They question whether it is possible to give each child the individual attention and resources they deserve in such large families. In response to these critiques, Jed and Katey appear unfazed. Their public messaging has emphasized their preparedness and faith-based trust in God's provision. Jed, who has worked in real estate and politics, and Katey, who has focused on homemaking, seem confident in their ability to support a larger family, both spiritually and materially. Jed and Katey's future plans include continued parenting, home building, and ministry efforts. They have expressed interest in possibly homeschooling their children when the time comes, following the Duggar tradition of individualized faith-based education. They are also actively involved in their church community and occasionally speak on the importance of faith in marriage and parenting. As their family grows, so do expectations from fans who are eager to watch how the next chapter unfolds. Whether through YouTube updates, Instagram posts, or mentions in Duggar-related interviews, Jed and Katey remain figures of interest in the ever-evolving Duggar narrative. Jed and Katey's record-setting approach to family life is not happening in isolation. Several of Jed's siblings are also raising young families, and many of them are on similar paths. For example, Joy-Anna and Austin Forsyth, Joe and Kendra Duggar, and John David and Abby Duggar all have growing households. What makes Jed and Katey's story stand out is how quickly they've embraced the role of parents, and their transparency about continuing this path. It reinforces the generational legacy of high fertility rates, tight-knit parenting, and faith-based living that has defined the Duggar brand for years. Jed and Katey Duggar are charting their own path in line with a deeply rooted family tradition. In just a few short years, they've welcomed multiple children and have declared they're open to more, setting what fans are calling a record even within the prolific Duggar clan. Their commitment to family, faith, and future children exemplifies the lifestyle choices the Duggars have long promoted. While public opinion is mixed, ranging from admiration to skepticism, Jed and Katey appear steadfast in their beliefs and happy in their growing home. As more updates come and their family continues to expand, one thing remains clear: the next chapter in Duggar family history is being written quickly, and Jed and Katey are playing a central role. Jed Duggar and wife dish on wanting more kids after breaking crazy record. Jedidiah Jed Duggar, one of the 19 children of Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar, and his wife Katey Duggar are continuing to expand their family and dreams for the future. Recently, the couple opened up about their desire for more children and reflected on a surprising record they unknowingly broke. In a direct and candid conversation with their followers, Jed and Katey offered insight into their parenting journey, future family plans, and the unique path they're carving within the extended Duggar family. Jed and Katey, who married in April 2021, have already welcomed 2 children, their son Truett in 2022 and their daughter Nora in late 2023. While having 2 children in 2 years may be a standard pace for many growing families, the Duggars are no ordinary family. As members of one of reality TV's most well-known ultra-conservative Christian households, the pressure and tradition to have large families looms large. In this context, the couple recently discovered that they had set what many online are calling a crazy record: the fastest birth spacing between 2 Duggar grandchildren. This revelation took some fans by surprise, especially considering that Jed's older siblings, including Josh, Jill, Jessa, and Joy Anna, all have multiple children as well. However, based on the birth dates and family timelines, Jed and Katey's back-to-back babies came faster than any of the other Duggar siblings. Despite the record-breaking stat, Jed and Katey seemed unfazed by the attention. Instead, they've chosen to focus on what matters most to them: raising their children with intention and growing their family at their own pace, according to their values and faith. During their latest Q&A on social media, the couple took time to explain their current parenting philosophy and future plans. Jed began by acknowledging that becoming a parent has changed his life in many ways, mostly for the better, but also in ways that have required real adaptation. "I think having kids really made me see the world differently," Jed stated. "It's not just about what's convenient anymore. Everything we do now, we think about how it will affect Truett and Nora. It's a constant balancing act, but we love it." Katey echoed those thoughts, emphasizing that while their life is busy, it's full of purpose. "Honestly, it's been wild. 2 under 2 is no joke," she said with a laugh. "But they're our world. We've grown a lot as individuals and as a couple. Even though it can be exhausting, it's also been the most rewarding thing we've ever done." The couple added that their goal is to create a stable, faith-centered home where their children feel loved and supported. They noted that they regularly pray together, read scripture, and have discussions about values and boundaries, both for their relationship and for their role as parents. When asked about the record they broke, reportedly having the closest age gap between Duggar grandchildren, Jed smiled, but downplayed its importance. "I didn't even know that was a thing until people started messaging us," he said. "But I guess it's true. Truett and Nora are only about 15 months apart. It wasn't something we were aiming for or even thinking about at the time." Katey chimed in, sharing that the timing just felt right for them. "We prayed about it, and when we found out we were pregnant again, we were thrilled," she said. "It was a little sooner than we expected, but it's been such a blessing." Truett adores his little sister, and it's sweet seeing them grow up so close in age. While some fans marveled at their back-to-back pregnancies, others expressed concern or curiosity about how they were managing the demands of 2 very young children. In response, the couple emphasized the importance of a strong support system and clear communication. "We definitely rely on our families and church community," Katey explained. "We're not doing this alone. We've learned to ask for help when we need it." The natural next question for fans was whether Jed and Katey plan to have more children. The short answer: yes, but not necessarily right away. "We do want more kids, God willing," Jed said. "We both come from big families, and we love the idea of our kids having a bunch of siblings to grow up with. But we're also trying to be thoughtful about it. We don't want to rush things." Katey elaborated, saying that their main focus right now is being fully present with Truett and Nora. "We're taking it one day at a time," she said. "I think it's easy to get caught up in numbers: how many kids, how fast, etc., but for us, it's more about making sure each child gets the love, attention, and care they need. She also addressed the misconception that all Duggar family members are expected to have large families. Everyone's journey is different, Katey said. Some of Jed's siblings have more kids, some have fewer. We're all just trying to do what's best for our own families. When asked how parenthood has affected their marriage, the couple was candid about both the joys and the challenges. Jed admitted that they've had to learn how to navigate conflict and fatigue differently since becoming parents. There are days where we're both running on very little sleep, and it's easy to get frustrated, Jed said. But we've tried to keep our relationship a priority. Even if it's just a quick check-in after the kids are asleep, we make time for each other. Katey agreed, adding that their communication has become more intentional. We've had to really lean into grace, she said. There are moments when you're both tired, the baby's crying, and dinner isn't made, and in those moments, it's not about being perfect, but about choosing to love each other anyway. They both credited premarital counseling and ongoing mentorship from older couples as essential tools for keeping their relationship strong. Although the Duggars are no strangers to the spotlight, Jed and Katey appear to be approaching their public platform with caution. While they occasionally share updates on social media, the couple has largely avoided the reality TV circuit and doesn't appear to be seeking the kind of fame some of Jed's siblings once embraced. Social media can be great for staying connected, but it's also something we're careful with, Jed said. We want to protect our kids' privacy and give them as normal a life as possible. Katey noted that they try to balance transparency with discretion. We love connecting with people and sharing what God's doing in our lives, she said, but we also have boundaries. There are parts of our life we keep just between us. Faith remains a central pillar of their marriage and parenting. Jed and Katey both expressed that their relationship with God has grown deeper since becoming parents. Being a dad really makes you understand God's love in a new way, Jed shared. When I look at my kids, I get a glimpse of what it means to be loved unconditionally. Katey added that motherhood has strengthened her reliance on faith during hard days. There are moments where I feel overwhelmed or unsure, and I just have to stop and pray, she said. God has been so faithful to us, even in the messy moments. They shared that one of their goals is to raise children who not only know about God, but who also understand the importance of personal faith, service, and character. We want them to be kind, courageous, and Christ-centered, Jed said. That's what success looks like to us. As for what the future holds, Jed and Katey are optimistic but realistic. They hope to grow their family, stay grounded in their values, and continue finding joy in the everyday rhythms of life. Right now, our world is diapers, sippy cups, and toddler giggles, Katey said with a smile. It's a lot, but it's also beautiful. Jed concluded by saying they are committed to walking this journey together, one step at a time. We don't have it all figured out, he admitted, but we're learning, growing, and trusting God with the next chapter, whatever that may be. In an era where parenting is often portrayed through filtered lenses and picture-perfect highlight reels, Jed and Katey's open, faith-driven approach to building their family offers a grounded, thoughtful contrast. Whether or not they break more records in the future, their focus remains the same: love, faith, and family.